My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we're looking at what is your person telling their people, whether there's people they trust or they don't trust, about you. And we're going to go through this very systematically. We're going to look in the public reading, we're going to look at what they're telling their dad or male influential figure about you and the connection. Then what are they telling their extended family members, especially their cousins, about you and the connection. We're going to look at what they're telling their work wife or work husband, so their closest work colleague, about you and the connection. And then we're going to ask, what are they telling their spiritual or religious advisor? So someone who has more a spiritual or religious bent. What are they telling them about you and the connection? And then we're going to get some advice. In the extended, we're going to look at what are they telling their closest sibling about you. What are they telling their mom or female influential figure about you? What are they telling their male best friend about you, their female best friend about you? What are they telling their clique or social group? And then lastly, what are they telling the karmic about you? And then we're going to look at what are their next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading. So let's begin, and we're going to begin by looking at their energies generally and their energies towards you. And then we get into the questions. Just reminding you guys that our next class is going to be this Sunday, and that's on the 7/7 portal, and it's spiritual recalibration for health. So we're going to be working on a health issue that you might be facing, or a health issue that runs in your ancestry, and we're going to remove the spiritual energy of it. And then look at if there are other factors that might be contributing to this problem. Okay? All persons who participate will get an internationally recognized certificate. I'm recognizing them as a practitioner of that modality. All right, underneath the deck, we have the observer. So they are looking at you closely. I don't want to say spy, because spy kind of sounds kind of nefarious, but some of them might be spying, right? Maybe for some of you guys, you've cut all contact, blocked them on all social media, deleted their number, whatever it is. You've given them the big FU. And it looks like they are trying by any means necessary to figure out what is happening in their life, because they see you as having the key to their heart. It's like a lock and key kind of situation. They see you as perfect, okay? And maybe they had to go through some sort of adversity to come to that realization. So you might have been dealing with someone who was avoidant, and you know, avoidance, it's only when you kind of leave or when you back off, then they have time to process their emotions and recognize their feelings. Otherwise, they're on the defense 24/0. They're not even have time to look at their internal world and see what's happening. All right, so this is what's going on. So some of them, they might even be spying on you astrally, because that's the only contact that they have to. All right, let's look at their energy generally. So we saw that they're the spy, but we also see that they are the lover. They're here in the elixir of life. Now, I feel they might be a little addicted. They're a little possessive here, because this is card number 15, and that is the devil. So this is an addiction for them. They're addicted to you. Just can't hear that song now. I'm addicted to you. Right? They're addicted to you. But 15 also reduces to 6. They're in love with you as well. Right? And I think they're feeling this very clingy energy at this time, because maybe you've backed away. Right? And you've left them holding their love in their hand. Holding their love in their hand. I remember we were talking about last week, or last reading rather, about grief, and grief being, or feelings having no outlet or nowhere to go. And it looks like whatever you did, they feel like their feelings, their love, have nowhere to go. You've left them holding the love bag, the love that they were withholding from you. You left them holding it. All right, you wanted it, you didn't want to express it, so you left them holding that. And it's this grief energy that's making them realize the magnitude of their emotions. Underneath the deck, we have authority. Yeah, you took back I hear the word ownership, so I'm going to use it. You took back ownership of your life, right? Maybe you gave a lot of yourself away to this person, this connection. But now that you've taken back ownership, it's having a very profound effect on them. You never miss the water till the well runs dry. All right, so let's see the energy towards you. What we got? We have nature. But there's a lot of lightning here. And it's interesting because I'm feeling like a hurricane energy. And maybe I'm feeling hurricane energy because here in Trinidad and Tobago, we just dodged a big one. But our neighbors in Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique, Barbados, St. Vincent, they got hit pretty hard. So I feel this is the energy that Spirit is trying to bring through here with this. They see you as a force of nature, and you've come into their life and you've broken down all their walls, right? And all they have now is the essence of who they are, which is spirit, which is emotion, which is heart, right? So you're a very powerful energy, like, you know, a Cat 5 hurricane that just came into their life, and you have them in a tizzy. And I think in their last, I probably disposed of that letter already. In their last letter, they said that you were like a tornado. So you, they're seeing you as a destructive force, but you're not destructive per se, but you are precipitating, not rainfall, but precipitating a lot of tower moments in their life. You've broken down their walls, and I think, you know, this is what you were meant to do, and maybe they've done the same for you. So now they can see who they are clearly. They can feel their feelings, you know. You left them there. You left them holding the emotion bag, and they have to figure that out. They have to figure that out. Maybe some of you guys might be dealing with a weatherman or weatherwoman, but they see you as a force of nature. Now, nature also makes me think of the Empress, because that is who she is, right? The Empress is the energy of God. They're all nurturing, all giving, but nature can also be destructive, right? So, you know, there is this duality that's in nature that they also see in you, but I don't think they're scared by that. I think they're captivated. All right, so let's have a look. What are they telling their dad or male influential figure about you and the connection? Well, the energy underneath the deck is the soulmates. So I feel like this might be what they're telling most people. Now, the reason why I'm doing this reading like person by person is because people may tell different things to different people, depending on how much they want to save face or how much they trust, right? So we're looking for what is the common theme throughout what they're telling everybody, okay? All right, what are they telling their dad or male influential figure? So this could be a mentor. We have the Knight of Cups. They're in love. They're in love and they want to express that love. That's what they're telling their dad or male influential figure. But they don't have anything to offer in terms of a solid offer. At least not at this time. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So they're all heart, but it's not something that's grounded at this time. We have the Devil in reverse. And we have the Hermit in reverse. Well, they're telling their dad or male influential figure that they love you. They do. You know, dad, whoever, I love them. I love you. Right? This is not the issue. The issue is there's something in my life that I need to deal with. Now, for some of you guys, it is an addiction. Where it's a substance addiction. I'm addicted to gambling. There's something here that has been running interference in your connection. It could even be a toxic relationship or a relationship that's highly codependent, or family members that can be highly codependent. I love Reddit. And there was this woman, and she was talking about ever since her mom retired. Her mom is like the most accident prone and illness prone person that she knows. And so much so, even though she lives like many states away and she has to take a flight and rent a car in order to get to her mother, she's the one that's been doing that. And she's been basically abandoning her family to see to her mother's needs, even though her mother is in an assisted living facility. The brother lives near the mother, but the brother only goes when it's summer. Okay, you will go by the mom and he will help out. And even though he's the one that has power of attorney, when she gets sick, the mother gives them her number. All right, so she was there playing the good child, right, the good girl, as we are groomed to do as feminine energy. So she's playing the good girl. And then she bounced up on the mother's will when she was cleaning out. She leaves $10,000 for the sister, and the balance of her estate, which is in the six figures, she leaves to Mr. Brother so that he doesn't have to worry about his retirement. Now, never mind all the tickets that the daughter has bought, the money to rent the car. The mother had to use up some of hers, nearly all of their savings in order to help the mom pay for this, pay for that, whatever it is. The mother's not spending her money because she's saving that money to give the brother that basically ignores her. So you see, when you abandon yourself, other people will abandon you. And it looks like there's something or someone in your person's life that they may have abandoned themselves and their feelings for, and may now be abandoning them. I don't know how I got all on that tangent, but maybe somebody needs to hear that, right? So it feels that there's something in their life or someone who's heavily codependent that's been running interference that they need to deal with right now. They're not in the material world, they're not stable, right? And this is what they're telling their parent. They don't have anything financial to offer. They don't have anything solid to offer because their life is up in the air at this time. What are they telling their extended family members, or especially their cousins, close cousins, about you? We have Three of Pentacles in reverse, and that is the energy of frustration. Seven of Cups in reverse, and that's the energy of clarity. Now, Three of Pentacles in reverse could be some foundation that has crumbled. The Chariot. And we have the Four of Wands. So they're telling these close cousins that you are their twin flame, or you are their soulmate. And they didn't realize that until something in their life crumbled. It could be till your relationship crumbled. It could be they didn't realize until another relationship crumbled, or they were able to see this other codependent person or thing for what it is. It's only when that happened that they got clarity on who you were. But whatever this thing is or was, and it's the same message from what they're telling the dad or male influential figure, whatever this thing was, this was distracting your person and taking up all their time. They abandoned you, the connection, and their feelings for whatever this thing or this person was. And it's only when this started to crumble, whatever this represents, whatever this bit of frustration or interference represents, it's only when this started to crumble that their eyes were open and they saw the truth for what it is. So that's what they're telling these cousins. Like, they didn't realize how much or how much they were giving up or abandoning until things started to go wonky or things started to go bad. So if this person might have been in substance addiction, it's only when they hit rock bottom that they realize how much they sacrifice to run after this thing that they would inject or smoke or whatever it is. Could be their family, they abandoned their children, their job. They could have lost their job. So it's only when they hit rock bottom that, Vision 2020, innit? What do they tell their work wife or work husband about you and the connection? So that's a person that they confide in at work or they're closest to at work. They may share intimacies, not physical intimacies, but, well, I hope not anyway. Intimacies at work, let's see. What are they telling that person about you and the connection? We have the Hanged One. They don't know what to do. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and that's the energy of paranoia, being worried, overthinking. We have the Death in reverse, not wanting things to die, not wanting things to change. And we have the Page of Wands in reverse, which could be the energy of no communication or like the passion dying kind of thing. So what are they telling this person? They're telling this person they don't know what to do. Okay? They're afraid of change. They're afraid of blowing up their life. But at the same time, they feel like if they don't do something about what they're feeling or what they know, because this is something, what they know now is that you're the one, right? If they don't do something or they don't act on what they know, they feel like they are going to lose you forever. That's what they're saying. They don't want this to end, but they feel like if they continue to be in that hangman's energy and not do anything, which is a decision, right, that they're making, that they will lose you forever. And the thought of that is literally driving this person insane. For some of them, they may be seeking counseling at this time because it feels like this situation has them completely overwhelmed. What are they telling their spiritual or religious advisor about you and the connection? So I don't know if they're getting tarot readings or whatever it is. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Wands. The Knight of Wands in reverse. So for some of them, they might have had some kind of sex addiction. And we have Strength. Okay, so what I feel is that you see this religious or spiritual advisor, this person, I think this is who they are really leaning on for advice. For some of them, this person is counseling them at this time. They may be getting some form of therapy, talk therapy from this person, because I think they initially contacted this person to talk about their addictions. So this could even be like an addictions counselor, trauma specialist, a sponsor, at AA or something like that, a sponsor. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And basically what they're letting this person know is that, they don't want to be on and off again, on again and off again with you. They don't want to be this in and out of your life. For some of them, they may have been playing the field. They don't want to do that anymore. They're ready to make some serious headway and progress in their life and in this connection. And they feel like they have the strength and the courage now to do that. Now that they've been systematically taking back control of their life, they feel like they have the courage to do that now. But before, they were allowing their vices, and everybody has their vices, their weaknesses, their vulnerabilities, to basically run the show. That's what they were doing. But I feel this spiritual or religious advisor, they are actively taking counseling or therapy. It feels like therapy from this person. And it may have started out them seeking advice with some sort of addiction that they have, or some sort of relationship that's gone bad that they have. Could even be couples counselor or relationship counselor, something like that even. It started off like that, but now they're moving on to the way forward, and they're telling this person that they want to move forward with you. They want to be a better person. They don't want to be Mr. or Mrs. or they unreliable anymore. They want to be taken seriously. Now, in the extended, as I said before, we'll look at the siblings, best friends, what the best friends have to say, or rather what they're telling their best friends, the social group, what they're telling the karmic about you. If you can't join me in the extended, let me get some advice from Spirit as to what should be your next move in this situation. And we have intuitive communication. Right, so some of you guys may not be in contact with your person, but Spirit is saying if there's any closure or resolution that you need, you don't have to wait for them to come forward, or you don't have to contact them directly. You can do this through the spirit world, astral communication, or just sending a message of the heart. They're going to receive it. So you don't have to wait around this person. And we have the night wind, and it says facing your fears, the subconscious release and healing. Card number 23. All right. Let's see what they have to say about the night wind. And this card came out twice yesterday in my private reading, so this looks like a collective energy. This card relates to the disturbed sleep patterns, vivid dreams, or nightmares you have been experiencing. Girl. Guys. I've had some weird ones. Something is troubling you, yet you're not openly acknowledging this to either yourself or others. Facts. This unresolved issue has created fear and anxiety, which you have yet to resolve. Because of this, your subconscious mind is processing the issue as you sleep. The fear is resurfacing in your dream. The fear is resurfacing in your dream time, in various forms and guises. This is your subconscious mind's way of dealing with the issue and forcing you to face your fear. On some level, this is helpful. However, the only way this issue can be resolved is by consciously facing your fear. First, truly acknowledging your fear. Express it in detail by writing it down. Then sharing it by talking about it with someone you trust. The simple process takes some courage, but it is well worth it. Acknowledging and expressing your fear is the first major step towards healing this issue. This, you will find that all will be resolved soon. I share my fears and concerns with those I trust and love. There's nothing to fear, there's only love. All will soon be resolved. I am safe, I am loved. I face my fear and I feel it dissolve in a pool of love. So if you're comfortable, maybe you can share what you have been experiencing in the dream state in terms of maybe nightmares or things that have really kind of disturbed you. For my own self, there are two things that have bothered me. One, I had a dream. I need to stop watching Criminal Minds. I really do. I mean, I made a pact that I wouldn't watch it in the night. But kind of like watched it with my brother, well, 2 nights ago. So the first dream is about me being chased by a serial killer, right? And what the serial killer wanted to do was to like gouge, yeah, it's kind of gory, guys, kind of gouge out my eyes. So I feel now that I was like, what is this about? Could this be some sort of spiritual attack? Like, somebody wanted to take away a spiritual sight or something like that. But now that I'm reading this and I'm really, because as I was reading, I'm also like examining myself and my dream. And one of the fears that I've never admitted to anyone is that I'm afraid of losing my sight, like my physical sight. Yeah, because remember I had that big like eye infection and I almost lost my sight. I mean, gradually I'm regaining it now. And I also had to do cataract surgery because of the eye infection and the other eye overcompensating, that kind of thing. But it's made me realize just, how I took my eyes for granted all these years, and the crap I would do, when I was wearing contacts and that kind of thing. So, it's really kind of awakened a fear in me that, your eyes are a pretty fragile thing, and we take it for granted every day. So that's one thing I've never admitted to anyone, that I am afraid of losing my sight. And then a fear I don't say out loud is that, maybe my twin and I will never have like a physical relationship in this lifetime. Like we talk all the time. I consider him my friend and a very good friend, right? We're very open with each other, but in terms of that physical part, it's not there. There's not a path for it to be there. Well, not for me anyways, right? So I did have a dream about like him coming towards me, like walking towards me, and then turning around and walking towards this car. And in the car was the Karmic in the passenger seat, and there was another guy that was driving. I don't know who that guy is. Let me find out. Let me see if it's his spirit guide. But it's someone in the driver's seat. So if they're in the driver's seat, it's someone who is basically in control of their journey or destiny right now. Is this person my twin's guide? No, it's not my twin's guide. Is this an ancestor? No, it's not an ancestor. Is this person connected to the Karmic? It's somebody connected to the Karmic. Their ancestor? No, not their ancestor. So I don't know who this other person is, right? But they were driving, right? So they're kind of in charge of the journey and where it's going. And he walked towards that car and sat in the back seat. So it felt like, like he was giving his power away, like to that situation. And I felt afraid. I felt sad. Yeah, sad. Let's use simple words. I felt sad, So that's me having to face that fear. And now that I knew what that dream meant, so I was able to do that. And then I was like, okay, so what if it doesn't happen? Like, is your life over? And it's not, right? It's not. I have to believe in, the infinite power of the heart to love. And maybe I will never feel that spiritual connection that I share with him with somebody else, but it doesn't mean that, I can't love somebody else. Like we all love, right? So there's that fear. So there is that. So if you feel comfortable, you can share what you're afraid of at the bottom. If you're able to join me next Sunday, we're going to look at the rest. Otherwise, guys, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you do for me. And I thank you. Take care.